Hey guys, I was just listening to the song Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I was thinking about this song. I was thinking a little bit about Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett was a member of the Pink Floyd group, and Syd had a lot of mental health issues. I guess he was going through a lot of pressure at the time, and it was actually after he had left the band. Part of it might have been stardom that made him leave the band, who knows. And sometimes the pressures of the world can definitely wreak havoc on us, on our body and on our mind. And on him, it was his mind. And for a lot of us in today's world, the world is wreaking havoc with all of us. I see those pressures, especially with the elderly and what's going on in the US. The elderly were born into a different world. We know. The Depression era people, most of them are gone now. And in the era, the people after that, the baby boomers, we were born in a different world. More the Leave It to Beaver world, but it kind of wasn't. You know, we went through the 60s when there was a lot of stuff going on. We went through the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and wars over in Iraq and in all these different places. And when you think about it, look at our people that we've had. We've had a lot of presidents and politicians, and they've kind of wreaked havoc on the people. People forget. Politicians work for us. You know, but we somehow always look to the government as the solution, when in reality, government is the problem. Okay? And it's been a problem on a lot of us lately, but we still haven't realized what Ronald Reagan said one time. And Ronald Reagan stated that fact that I just said, that the government isn't the solution, it's the problem. And that's the greatest statement I've ever heard. And the pressures that they've put on people today, and I see them coming over here, these people, because of the pressure from politics, religion, new laws, the craziness that's going on in the US. I mean, and I'm not trying to get into politics here because it's on both sides. Okay, I'm talking about the craziness. It seems like everybody's lost their mind lately, and we're kind of trying to figure things out, a way out of this mess. And then somebody throws another wrench in the engine and says, here, fix it now. And then we try to have to resolve that one next. And then they do it again. Here's another wrench in the engine, and I'm going to pull one of the plug wires while I'm at it. You know, it just seems like it never ends. And I think about this because a lot of people, I think, are developing small and big mental health disorders because of this. And I can see it in the elderly because they're kind of distraught, befuddled, kind of wondering, where do I go from here? What happens next? I don't have the fight left in me to fight this. That's why a lot of people come here. A lot of people say, Steve, you know, you're a coward. You're a coward because you left your country and left it in a mess back there rather than fight. I don't think it's my war anymore. I've always tried to keep things at peace back there. I was always involved in politics to a certain extent back home. It's just gotten to the point where it's sheer lunacy now, you know? And that pressure wears on you after a while. And I've learned that sometimes you have to choose your battles. And I chose my battle. I chose my battle to come over here. You know, and the reason why I mentioned that song is this. Because it takes a lot of pressure to create a diamond. And some of the people that I see coming over here, and some of the stuff that they do to help other people, or just becoming a good person, you know, and helping other people, or helping in your church or something like that. I've seen so much of this stuff happen. You know, that people become better people. They become diamonds. You know, and that's why that song kind of reminds me. When I think of a diamond, I think of what it takes to cause that carbon or whatever it is to become a diamond, to become that beautiful thing that it is. And we've got a lot of diamonds in the rough over here, and we got a lot of diamonds over here too. Diamonds in the rough, they're still getting worked on. And maybe that's you, or maybe you are a diamond already. But when they come over here, usually what happens is you make a choice. You make a choice whether to become somebody over here, become somebody useful, to become who you are, and a lot of people just don't get that, who you are, who you really are, and some people, they're not sure who they are. Well, guess what? The Philippines helped me figure out who I am. I kind of knew who I was before, but I wasn't allowed to become that person before. I wasn't allowed to. In the United States, in all reality, as much as you try, you can never be the person you really truly want to be in most cases, because of the work situation there. In work, can you become the person you want to be? Probably not. Most working places just don't allow you to become the person you want to be. The whole environment in most countries now, with all the craziness of politics, wokeism, whatever you want to call it, PC, you cannot speak your mind. You cannot talk about certain things. You cannot do certain things. It's becoming difficult to be you. One of the things I found out in the Philippines was every time that I've been here, and I've been here 3 times, every time I came to the Philippines, I felt I was myself while I was here. I could be the guy who I am. I could be that guy. And I don't want to be the guy back there who was angry or upset or miserable because of things that were happening in the country or at work. I mean, a lot of people were very difficult at work. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys were in the grind. Also, a lot of you guys back there, you're sitting back there and you're rotting away in a home, waiting for something to happen. But you got to get up. You got to make that happen. Become that diamond. Don't be a diamond in the rough. Become a true diamond. Real sparkler. And that's where you should be. A lot of us give up on our dreams, man. And it really troubles me that they do give up on their dreams. And when I see the people coming over here, like I said the other day, it takes a lot of testicular fortitude to push through and to become who you should be, to become that diamond. And a lot of people, I'm not sure why they give up. If there's one thing I'd like to be, is be the catalyst to help people to move someplace. It doesn't have to be the Philippines. It could be any place. It could be another state. It could be. Maybe another state is the place you need to go. There's cheaper states, there's more expensive states. It doesn't mean you have to leave the U.S. You could become not an expat, but an expatriate to your own state and leave that state and move on to another state. I don't know if they'd call that an expat or not, but kind of move on to a different state. Try something new. Maybe move in someplace really decent that you'd love. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps you guys make considerations on what you want to do with your life. It doesn't even have to be becoming an expat. Just be who you want to be. Become a diamond. God bless, guys.